What's up, guys? Welcome to a new video. Today I am starting off the video in my car. As you can see, I wanted to record my week's worth of workouts because I'm hitting some PRs today, but the only bad thing is that these past 2 days I haven't been getting the best sleep, honestly, and I feel it. Like I've been having insomnia the last 2 days, so like sleeping 4 to 5 hours a night, which may be enough for some of y'all, but for me, that is like dangerous. That is the danger zone. It's days like this when it requires the most mental discipline, because I could have easily said, nah, I'm not gonna go to the gym, you know, but I'm not allowing myself to do that because I have the time to go, so I have to go. Like, it's my obligation. I see it as an obligation, and this is what like separates the good from the great. Because if you're good at your shit, like, okay, you can skip a couple sessions, right? Like, you don't feel like going, but the ones who are great, they go to the gym regardless, or they work on their craft regardless of how they feel. They work on perfecting that craft, even if they feel weak, even if they feel down, even if they're like, they don't want to do it, right? For whatever reason, they still do it because they know that it is necessary. Just a starting message for y'all. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Getting after it because it's my duty. If not me, then who? Ain't nobody gonna do the work for me. So if you have the time for it, like, you just have to do it, you know? Because I have the time for it. I don't know what I would be doing if I wasn't going to the gym right now. I'd probably like be fast asleep. But no, choosing not to take that path. Anyways, I just wanted to impart a little bit of motivation to you guys. But the plan today, 405 squat top set of 6, ascending set of 6, which that would be a PR. I think I do have it. I just hope my body doesn't break down. You'll see me attempt that at the gym. If I don't, I might take like 385, because last week I did like 365 for 6 and it was like RP2. Super chill. But also last week I had a full 7 hours of sleep going in, so I don't know about today, but whew, I am ready for the pain. Pain is just weakness leaving the body, so if I feel pain, it's my weakness leaving. You guys do need to feel pain, because pain means growth. So let's get after it. Alright guys, my apologies for the goofy angle, but I forgot my tripod. That's why I have like a little setup here where my phone is leaning in my water bottle. But as you can see, that 365 moved very well, and no pains anywhere except for my left TFL, which always hurts. So like, that's not really an issue because it's just gonna hurt. I already know, but I'm really excited. I think I have 6. I mean, I know I have 6. That is what you guys are gonna see next. Oh. 405 for 6 completed. It moved exactly how I thought it would. Like, it basically felt exactly how I thought it would. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but on this rack, it's one of those racks where like the height is either too high or like too low. So like I opted for too high, but if I went one lower, I would have to basically half squat it out, which I don't want to waste that effort. So if you look at my video, I don't know if the camera gets it, but I had to tippy toes a little bit in order to unrack it, which makes it like a little bit harder, but the hardest part of that set was my unrack, or my re-rack. I thought like I couldn't get it back up, but that's just because I'm too short. I know people say it's unsafe, but it's like, I like to think that I'm a trained professional. Obviously, I'm not the strongest person, but like, I've been lifting for 7 years, 7.5 probably. So like, hopefully I can handle myself when the rack height's a little bit too high. So yeah, very pleased about that. I guess the insomnia doesn't change a thing. So that actually concludes squats. I'm gonna move on to bench now. I'll meet you guys at the bench. No time to review. Phone's at 1%. I'll see you guys at home. Hey guys, so I'm finally back from the gym. And my apologies for not charging my phone because I did want to record the rest of what I had. To recap, 405 for 6 squat for a PR, 315 bench. Could have felt better, but you know, given the pain, it wasn't too bad. I'm happy it didn't break me. So there's that. I hit 3 sets of 10 to 12 on hack squat, which honestly, that's when like my energy really dipped. I was tired the entire day because of the insomnia, but when I hit the hack squat, man, I just felt a wave of tiredness wash upon me. So that was fun. And plus, since my phone died, I didn't have music. And I didn't realize how much I rely on music until I didn't have it. So that was hard to go through. Anyways, after hack squats, I did 3 sets of single leg press, which is my substitute for Bulgarian split squat. The reason I don't do Bulgarian split squat is because every time I've tried it, I've hurt a hip, basically, like my hip flexor. I don't know what's wrong. I'm like permanently banning myself from doing Bulgarian split squats this year, which is a blessing in disguise, really, because who really wants to do that, you know? That's a good thing. Lastly, I finished off with decline ab crunch, which was my ab exercise for today. I usually do weighted planks, but since my phone is out of battery and I don't have a timer, I decided to do 3x10 of decline ab crunch. That was my workout. And now on to dinner. I have Chipotle. This is my Chipotle bowl. I know you guys did not ask, But I'm going to give you guys a rundown of what I usually order. So I get white rice, no beans because I don't like the way it feels in my stomach. Double chicken. Today I got double chicken, but depending on the portion sizes, I either get double or triple chicken because it's so skimpy nowadays at Chipotle. But luckily this guy, I would say he gave above average portion sizes. So shout out to whoever my Chipotle worker was today. Your hard work does not go unnoticed. So double chicken suffices for today. Extra fajita veggies, which are my favorite part of the meal. If you guys are not eating these, what are you doing? Like, they're so good, you know? It's literally the best part of my Chipotle bowl, in my opinion. Mild salsa, corn, cheese, and lettuce. That is my go-to. I would get avocado, but avocado costs extra, so I don't want to pay that extra. But yeah, this is my bowl. Things to look out for is my deadlift PR. I'm gonna hit it on Wednesday. It's gonna be a low-key PR, but PR nonetheless, I believe. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Hey guys, welcome to Wednesday. And today is particularly exciting because I have possibly 2 PRs coming, and this is my secondary day too, so it's not even going to be that heavy, but it's going to be a PR nevertheless. So plan is 440 for 5 on deadlift, which like should be pretty easy. 99% sure I have it. Like basically 100% sure. It's not like new territory, it's just I haven't gone for it before, you know? And I usually don't push my secondary deadlift days because it's supposed to be light, but if I'm PRing on a light deadlift day, that just means I'm getting stronger, right? So that's why I'm incredibly excited to hit this. The second possible PR is an RDL PR. I'm not really good at RDLs. Like, I don't think I can RDL as much as my squat. I don't know if that's normal, but I'm just not really that good at RDLs. My lower back, I feel like, is kind of weak. So you guys will maybe see that. The goal is 405 for 8, which I know is like not that heavy, but I don't know. For me, I struggle with that. Like, I struggle with the RDL. And I don't know if I'm gonna hit it because last week I hit 365 for 8. And that wasn't easy, but that wasn't hard. That was like, definitely I had more in me, but like, it wasn't brain dead easy either. So I don't know, we'll have to see. And I will catch you guys at the gym. Alright guys, so now we have 440 loaded, and something I noticed that's really interesting is like the heavier I get, the better I feel, which I know is the warm-up effect. But it's like when I was deadlifting 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, I felt like the usual pain, right? Like in my left hip, my left adductor feels a little pain, and then my right hip feels pain as well. But like nothing major, right? But when I did 405, that shit felt really good, you know? So it's like, the heavier it is, the more I lock in. The more I lock in, the better I feel. So if my theory is correct, 440 for 5 should be the most pain-free out of all my sets, because it's the heaviest. Obviously that may or may not be true, but regardless, we're gonna hit it anyways. Let's go. All right, guys, mission accomplished. It wasn't as clean as I wanted it to be, but I feel like with this equipment, I can never deadlift clean or just how I want to because of the nature of the equipment. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the plates here are smaller in diameter. So that's a longer range of motion off the ground. But also at the same time, the bars here have a lot more width to it. So it almost feels like a deadlift bar. So because of that, I feel like I use a little more back than I usually do, which is fine, but I feel a lot less patient off the ground when I deadlift here. It's so whippy that I just need to apply a little force and then it starts coming off the ground. So it kind of feels like I'm yanking it every time I deadlift heavy on these platforms at this specific gym, Charter Fitness. So, but honestly, besides that, it moved very well. Now I'm gonna finish my session with a 2x5 with 365 because I'm tired and my hands kind of burn for some reason. Let's get to that. Time for RDLs. I feel pretty good. I thought I would be more tired, but energy wise I'm feeling on top, but my body is feeling a little bit beat up. So I'm gonna start recording the sets I'm planning on doing for RDLs. Building up to that 405 is 315 for a set of 8, and then 365 and then 405. So I don't know why I'm so scared for this, but I'm gonna get started now. That was 365. That was kind of hard. Like, that felt kind of heavy. So I think rather than 405, we might have to go for 385. Said no one ever. My body doesn't know this, but my brain already planned for 405 yesterday. You know, I was just acting like, I'm acting like I have a decision, but the decision has been made yesterday. And we are hitting that 405 for 8 RDL. Might cost me a lot of energy and even a tint of my soul. But how do you make gains if you're not pushing yourself, guys? Really ask yourself that. Is this necessary? No. Lifting should have a fun aspect, you know? Let's just try, let's just try. It doesn't hurt to try, and if I fail, I'm gonna learn that I can't do it. Wish me luck, guys. Alright guys, the aftermath. I'm tired as fuck. You might be asking, Sonny, you're cheating, you're wearing a belt. First of all, belt is not cheating, but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you 2 reasons why I'm wearing a belt for this. Number 1, I don't want
my lower back and core to be the limiting factor, because it is when I go beltless. I know I can't do 6 reps with this, maybe 1 rep if I'm lucky, or 2 reps if I didn't have a belt. So that would be a lot harder. So since I'm using heavier weight, I can allow my hamstrings and glutes to push a lot harder than my back, my lower back specifically, because that's the weak part. And my core is also not super strong. So yeah, that's one reason. Now the second reason is the true reason, or not the true reason, but a bigger reason. And I'm gonna be totally transparent. Like I see a lot of people my size on Instagram RDLing 405 like nothing. So I'm like, shit, let me try it then. But I know I need a belt. So it was really for my ego. I'm gonna be completely straight with y'all. It is, my ego has a big part of it. I can't be too behind. I feel like at least like 75 kg powerlifters, it's not super uncommon to see RDLs of 400 plus. So I just want to join the club, you know? And I'm happy with the 6. I couldn't get the 8, but I kind of knew that after my first rep. First rep felt like RP 8. Don't know how I cranked out 5 more, but I'm proud of myself for that. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys the rest of my workout now. That was my last set, so.
All right, guys, so the first thing I did after RDLs was dumbbell bench press, flat dumbbell bench press to be specific. And here I'm using 80 pounds. And to me, 80 pounds is usually a benchmark to see how much my left shoulder can handle, because I can press 80 pounds relatively pain-free in each arm. And if it felt good, I would move up to the hundreds on dumbbell press. But today was not one of those days. Unfortunately, it just hurt quite a bit. So I stuck with 80s for all 3 sets of 10 to 12. And I just focused on tempoing it and pausing some reps to make it a little more challenging for myself. And as you can see, that cool little headphone trick at the end, totally unintentional. And then I moved on to the lat pull down. Normally on lat pull down, I do a wider straight bar grip, but today I opted for the closer grip because of my left shoulder again. And it allows me to basically push the weight on this without feeling pain in my left shoulder nearly as much as if I use a straight bar. So really advantageous here. And I did 3 sets of 10 to 12. And then I moved on to the cable rows, which is one of my favorite back exercises. I'm afraid to lean forward and let my back stretch because last year I hurt my lower back, and ever since I just stopped doing that. I want to start doing that again, but yeah, I just focus on squeezing my shoulder blades together, and I did 3 sets of 10 to 12. And then lastly, I finished off with some lateral raise. I've been feeling some lateral shoulder pain in my right delt doing this. I don't know how it happened, but that did force me to have to go a little lighter than normal. So I used 35 dumbbells rather than 45. And I opted for sets of 12 to 15, 3 sets. Alright guys, so I just finished the gym sesh. I'm in my car now and it's around 9 p.m. So, first order of business, if you guys can see, it's this Tower 28 SOS product. save our how do you save our skin. Basically, I put this on every time I lift or after I lift, because, you know, your face gets dirty in the gym. The gym is not a very clean place because everyone's using the machines and stuff. So it's important to cleanse it a little bit after. So that's what the purpose of this is. Just like that. Honestly, the gym session went pretty well. Very well. I hit 2 PRs. The RDL one was ironically the one that I had to more mentally prepare for. Like the sumo deadlift PR I knew it was gonna be cheese, right? You know, because I've done like 500 for 3, so it's like 440 for 5. Shouldn't be too difficult. So I think now I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna have for dinner. So also, like, I don't know if anyone who's trying to record themselves in the gym, at least talking, feels like this, but at least when I have a camera in a position for a prolonged period of time using my tripod, it always feels hella awkward. Like, I feel like I'm intruding in other people's spaces, because sometimes I have to put my phone and my tripod right next to where the plates are. So it's like people have to, like, you know, like hunch over my phone to grab the plate, or I have to come and move my phone and stuff and reset up, which if you guys post on social media using a tripod and iPhone, you guys could probably relate. But that's kind of why I'm considering I want to maybe hire a cameraman, but I don't think I have a big enough following where that's necessary. So for now, I'm still gonna do the tripod. I was just like, when I was filming my dumbbell bench, it was like right in the walkway of where people walk between, and I'm just like, oh, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, guys, but it's necessary. So yeah, that's my little rant. But anyways, I'm gonna go home now and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna have for dinner. All right, guys, so this will be my dinner. So on this side, actually, I'll do this side first. I cooked myself 3 eggs and I have a little bit of rice in here. Not too much rice, but around a cupful of rice, and then eggs, 3 scrambled eggs. And then over here, I have 5 of these ribs. I don't know what meat it is, but it's really good. And this, which is a sweet potato, and this will count as another carb source / vegetable, because sweet potatoes, they are sweet, but they are so healthy. Like, they have so many health vitamins in them. So yeah, this will be my dinner. I haven't calculated the calories or anything, but this should round me off pretty well in protein, that I don't need to drink a protein shake. So yep, I'm gonna dig in and enjoy. All right, guys, so I was going to actually include my Saturday's workout in this week of workouts, because, you know, it's a full week. But as I was editing, I found that this video is already 30 minutes long, you know? So that's kind of long. I don't know if you guys would enjoy sitting through like another few minutes of a Saturday workout vlog all in one video. So I think the best bet for me is to just chop it up in 2 parts. So I have my secondary days of the PRs, or my secondary days of this week, where I hit 3 PRs, which you just saw. This will be part 1 of my PR filled week. And then my Saturday vlog will be part 2 of my PR filled week, where I don't know where my PRs are gonna be. Like, I haven't hit the workout yet, so I'll have to see. Squat, I definitely think I can PR. Bench, only if the shoulder allows. And then deadlift, I'm not PRing. That's not part of the plan. But yeah, that will be my next video for you guys to see. I'm thinking of doing a slightly different style a video, more of like a cinematic video, you know, my attempt at a cinematic video, which I think you guys will enjoy it. I'm gonna try to make it look like a movie rather than like a vlog, but because I'm trying out different, you know, like I'm trying out a bunch of different things, see what I really like. So yes, be on the lookout for that. And so got a little puppy with me. Her name is Rosie Tien, because she is a member of this family. Anyways, if you guys want to see my old videos, they'll be linked over here. I am starting to make a vlog playlist, so I'll link that in the description as well, which is just a compilation of all the vlogs that I've filmed so far. And the videos will be on this side over here, with my channel being on this side. Please feel free to subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. Peace!